What's going on, guys? This your boy John and Liquid Ever coming back with another video. So it looked like Todd Monken is making headlines after the first week of OTAs. He's give his honest assessment of Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. So jumping right into this story, man, an article has been released from Cleveland.com talking about this first week of OTAs and what exactly Todd Monken thought about the battle, man. This is the battle between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Reported that nothing really changed. Todd Monken drops honest Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson assessment. It goes on to say the quarterback competition between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders continue to intensify. During the OTAs, Cleveland head coach Todd Monken gave no clear decision about the lead for QB1. So, as much as the media is saying now, well, it's kind of weird to report on this because some people saying Deshaun Watson winning, a lot of people saying that Shedeur is still in it. He ain't out of the race yet. We need to hear about what Todd Monken is saying. And me personally, I feel like we kind of got to leave all our personal opinions out of it because as of right now, this is a critical moment and we all just got to listen to what's coming from the organization itself. So Todd Monken stated this, nothing really other than it's a different day and you're firing the same question, Monken stated. We're going to rotate those guys and play the best player. We'll see. Now, in this interview, man, it stated it was earlier reported in April that Watson had the lead in the quarterback competition. We know Mary Kay has been one person that's been very critical with dropping that, and 92 the fan itself. Just 92 the fan themselves, they have been dropping that news as well that Deshaun Watson is winning the race. Goes on to say Monken did reveal the timeline for his QB1 decision. He stated that he will not name the starter before. He would like to name the starter before training camp, which we know is in July. Now, the Browns will be facing off against the Jaguars for their very first game. Now, according to Jacob from USA Today, he stated that the Browns coach was impressed by both quarterbacks performing during OTAs. Now, we do have that press conference, and I want to play some of that press conference for you guys. But let's read this second paragraph because the second paragraph is very important. It stated NFL insiders not convinced by Todd Monken's statements regarding both quarterbacks. NFL insiders and experts alike are convinced that Deshaun Watson is the starter. No matter how much Todd Monken praises both quarterbacks, it was reported in April that Watson was getting more first-team reps during a voluntary minicamp. Now, Browns insider Tony Grossi is particularly not buying into Monken's recent comments. So as we've been seeing here, man, there has been a lot of people in Cleveland media pretty much saying that what Todd Monken saying is a bunch of BS. I don't know. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Roll the footage.
When we two-spot, we divide up Shedeur and Deshaun. So when it was two-spotted, we just keep the guys in the same spot. Actually, Shedeur took the first team reps the rest of it.
And where he's at as far as his progression back from that injury.
It looked pretty good to me. Obviously, there's been a couple of days he gets a little sore, which is normal. But no one works harder. And you talk about a competitive spirit, and we don't even get to see him run. I think his rare trait is he's a bull. Like it refuses to go down, and we don't even get to see that here. So I'm excited. That was fun too.
Yeah.
Knocked the ball out a couple times. Did you like your aggression in this session today?
Yeah. We threw interceptions in 7-on-7 for God's sakes. Who does that? There's no pass rush. It's embarrassing.
What have your conversations with Deshaun been like, Todd, with all that he's gone through to get to this point?
Well, he's been great. I mean, I think everybody would say it. I'm all for a clean slate. I want the best for every player, every coach. I want the best for, anybody in this world to have a great life. I think it's really cool that he still has an opportunity with a change, right, to showcase his ability, see where he's at. I'm all for it.
Todd, a question about your schedule. You have worked in Jacksonville and Tampa, so you know what's waiting for you in September, weather-wise. Has that affected your training camp plans at all?
No, I think it's awesome. I think having 2 back-to-back Florida games, I think if our guys don't understand what that means when we come to training camp and it's hot out, and our ability to practice in it and get acclimated in it, I think they already get it. I think they already understand. We went out there yesterday, and we were fine, but they realized it was only 85. It's going to be 20 degrees hotter, and it's going to be right at 1 o'clock like yesterday, and we're going to have to be ready to go.
So you seem excited about that.
I am excited. I think it's a great start. I think for us, I wouldn't want it any more better than that. We get to go down to Florida, certainly a team that a year ago was in a similar spot as we are. Where are they going from there? And a team that was a playoff team and really had every opportunity to beat the Bills at home and didn't. But I'm excited. Playoff team in Florida, 100-some degrees, middle of the day. And if that doesn't get you fired up, that doesn't get our guys fired up for the offseason and then go to training camp, I don't know what will.
Todd, you've known about Deshaun's athleticism for a long time, and before he got here, you probably didn't know how driven he was. What do you say about him that he still wants to be an elite player after all he's been through over the last couple of years?
Oh, I think it's really cool. I know I've said that like 5 times today, but here's a guy that really, at this point, has made plenty of money. I think we all know that, right? He's had plenty of success and has had disappointment, in his career. A number of things he couldn't control from an injury standpoint. But to come back and want to battle, want to further his career and change the narrative, I think it's really cool.
Do you feel like the quarterbacks are all bringing out the best in each other? Can you see the competition kind of elevating?
I don't know that. You'd have to ask those guys if that's what motivates them. I don't know that. I would guess that just the idea of the opportunity to be the starter for the Cleveland Browns, one of 32 teams in the NFL, is enough. But I don't know that. You'd have to ask them that.
Just for the record, have you had any face-to-face with Garrett yet?
Miles? No.
Some of the slower walkthrough stuff you guys do at the start of practice to get organized. How important is that? It seems like a small thing, but how important is that in the big picture to help?
Well, you can't beat your guys into the ground, so it's about getting reps. So the start of practice, being more of a jog through, allows you to buy some reps and allows you to do more 2-spot. The more you slow the tempo down, the more you can divide your guys up. And that allows you to get, more opportunity for guys to learn and develop. So that's an integral part of what we'll do now, and as long as I'm still here.
Todd, last one. Going back, you've had a lot of experience in college, especially most recently at Georgia. How much does that college experience help with when you're in this stage of off-season training camp, when the roster's 90, you have a lot of players you're trying to evaluate? How much is that college experience and how you deal with the large rosters helped in terms of dealing with what you deal with, setting things up here for that evaluation?
It helps. You're used to having a bigger roster in college. Obviously, it's shrunk now. So you're used to, in terms of going more 2-spot, trying to find more reps, more walkthrough. Now, the rules hinder that a little bit because the moment we get on the field, you have 2 hours. That's what you've got. So minus any type of, stretching or all that stuff. But you're up against it a little bit, where when you get mini camps or training camp, it's not the same. But certainly being in college and having a bigger roster and forcing yourself to rep all those players. And we're in the development business. Let's not kid ourselves what business we're in. You don't get 15 first-round picks. You don't get that. You get the picks you get, and you've got to develop everybody on your roster. And eventually the guys that make your team and your practice squad, they're all going to play at some point. So I think it's imperative that we get as many reps as we can within the constraints that we have.
Good.
All right. Thank you.
See you next week.